The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
All right. Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2016, and here I am. What's happening? Well, I had decided that I needed to make a New Year's resolution. I'm pretty good at New Year's resolutions. Way back in like 97, 98, I resolved to become a vegetarian. Still a vegetarian. So that one stuck. They don't always stick. But the resolution this year was to spend less time on Facebook, which, as you probably know, can be a major time suck and a distraction and sometimes very frustrating. Blah, blah, blah. And a little more time doing yoga, reading books, and doing things that I love. And a couple of times this past couple of weeks, I've clicked on old blog posts that I've done. And you know what? I kind of find myself pretty amusing. Some of them were like even insightful, but mostly it's just sort of like, oh yeah, she was funny. And it's hard for me to even remember sometimes that that was actually me. And I was like, she should do that again. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm her. So I should do that again. And what better way to get back into blogging than to pick up something that's far more time-consuming, far more complicated technically, and something I'm probably not good at, but to create a vlog and put it on YouTube. Because you know what? Here's the thing about YouTube. Not a lot of people know this. Every person on YouTube, millionaire. So I know that the money's just going to come raining down on me. The second thing about YouTube, everybody on YouTube, so kind, so nice, going to be really supportive. I mean, a 40-something-year-old woman with, no fashion sense, a sketchy complexion, maybe breaking out in some more rosacea right now, and, she's only going to get love on the YouTube. So, that's why. Also, because I wanted to try something new. So that's fun. All right. So why? Well, what are we going to be doing here? My goal is to do it once a week, at least, and to focus on what I'm reading and what I would recommend for reading, which will vary because I work in an elementary school library, so sometimes you might get picture books, which is super fun if you have kids or even if you don't. Sometimes I might do middle grade books, and sometimes I'll do grown-up books. I won't ever do 50 Shades of Grey because I just don't want to read that. Anyway, so I'm going to recommend books. I'm going to kind of give a little update on my running because the name of this is Running My Mouth. So I'll give an update on my running and fitness stuff. And look at it. Oh yeah, I'll probably give a recommendation of something I think you ought to listen to. I listen to a lot of podcasts when I run, so I'll probably recommend those. And I might tell you what I'm watching on Netflix or whatever. So that's what this is going to be, and we'll see what happens. So anyway, the first thing I'm going to do then is get to the books, because that's what I said I was going to do. And this time around, I'm going to start with, which is the beginning. The beginning of me getting back into running was with a trio of, well, it started with one book, but it's a trio of books from the amazing women at Another Mother Runner, Sarah Bowen-Shea and Dimity McDowell Davis. They are like, if I was like 17 times more motivated and like 50 times more talented, I would totally be one of those two, or maybe like be the third person. They're amazing. So they focus on moms who are runners, but anyone can get a lot out of their books. Their first book, I'm going to say it was like 2009 or 10. I'm sorry. I bought it right when it came out, but I can't remember what year. Was Run Like a Mother. I let someone borrow that copy, and I never got it back. But then the second book was called Train Like a Mother. And as you can see from my copy here, it is so well loved and so well used. And you can see I shoved in some paperwork, and this is for training plans. And then the third book is a series of essays called Tales from Another Mother Runner. And so if you are a runner, a mother runner, even if you're not a mother runner, you got to get those books. The great news is they also come with the awesome package of social media support and their website, anothermotherrunner.com. You can get merchandise, you can get just advice. It's amazing. So you got to go and read those books, or borrow somebody's. If you know me, I'll hook you up. Well, I'll hook you up with book 2 and book 3 because I don't know where book 1 went. Anyway, please buy another Mother Runner books. They're amazing. The second thing I wanted to update every week was what's going on with my fitness and my running. If you follow me at all or you know me at all, you probably know that in 2015 I came back from a pretty horrible ACL injury and surgery and managed to come back and do Boston in April, the Boston Marathon. It was phenomenal, and, well, the experience was phenomenal. The race itself was really hard and cold and rainy. I didn't get a great time, but I finished in under 4 hours, and we call it a win. And then the next thing I did, focused on, was doing an ultra-trailer marathon in Vermont, and that was in September. And after that, I sort of gave myself a pass on focusing on running and just did some yoga and focused on other things in my life. So now I'm kind of gearing up to focus on getting new races in the sights. The races I'm thinking about, I'll talk about at another day. But they are races that you need to go in for a lottery, and it's not time for the lottery yet. So I'm not going to talk about that yet. So what's going on in my fitness lately is I tried to do an eve-to-eve streak, Christmas Eve or Thanksgiving Eve to Christmas Eve. A couple of days, I just couldn't get it done. I just could not motivate myself. So I skipped a couple of days, which was not my finest, but what are you going to do? So I extended it to New Year's Eve. Thank you. And I did pretty well. I ran today, January 1st, with my oldest kiddo. He's 11, and mostly we walked, actually, but it was great because we still got out there. And I did a yoga thing, and I did a couple other things. So I will count it as today. But what I want to talk about is what I managed to get for Christmas running-wise, and I want to share that with you because I love these items, and they just so happen to come recommended from the website anothermotherrunner.com. So if you want to check it out, there are links to these products and coupon codes, I think. So this is a what's it called? It's called a tube, and it's not a tube top, but you wear it around your waist, and it's got pockets, and it's got a couple of them are zipped, and one of them is open. If you have an iPhone 6 and you stick it in this one without the zip, I don't recommend it because it will slide right out, but it does fit in your zipped pocket, and you can just put your cord for your headphones right through there. So anyway, this is awesome, and it will be super handy basically year-round, but especially in the summer when I don't have a lot of layers on and pockets. I'll be able to just put this around my waist, and also it'll hide a little bulge, which happens, bulge. Another thing I got, Soleus one, again, coupon code from another runner. This Soleus one, yeah, it's kind of the lowest end GPS watch, so it will track your miles and your distance and your pace, and it's great. I think it was like $80, which is, not an insignificant amount, but considering most GPS watches are 300, 400, whatever, this was pretty great. And then the other running thing I got are these gloves. They're convertible, so they go like this, and then you can put them over the top like this, and they have the thingy bubbers, so you can hopefully use your touch screen. It hasn't been too cold here yet this winter, but I know that I'm going to be really happy. I've used them, but I know they're going to come in super handy as the winter gets colder, because I live in New Hampshire, and it's going to happen. So that's what's going on with my running. The last thing I want to recommend, you're never going to believe this, is the Another Mother Runner podcast. So as I said, I listen to podcasts a lot when I run, and theirs is awesome. And it's like you're having a chat with your best running friends if you listen to it while you're running, even if you're not. They always have experts on who can talk about nutrition and different physical therapy techniques, and sometimes it's like psychology stuff and like just all kinds of amazing things. So I highly recommend checking out Another Mother Runner podcast on whatever thing you use to listen to podcasts. So those are my 3 basic jobs for this vlog that I'm trying. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if you've been missing my vlog, this fills that little corner of your heart. I can't wait for the money to roll in, which I hear is definitely going to happen since I'm going to be on YouTube. And I can't wait for all the kindness that will also flow through because of the kindness that is on the internet, from my understanding. Okay, hey guys, Thanks, and we'll talk. Let me know.
You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love